Morning, Eddie. How are you?
Hey, I'm doing really good. What about you?
It's been a good couple of days. A good weekend I've had. By the way, how do you think you did in your exams? Especially, like, pretty sure I barely passed with most of it. Especially in the months. No, you know how that goes.
Yeah, I'm sure I did the same, but when you sold you, this one's gonna kill you.
I know. Don't remind me now.
I actually think that they were better than last things. And actually, the rest that I'm including from the past, what must be really hard to focus to study.
I can definitely agree with you. By the way, if you're not going to fail this year, how do you plan your academic comeback?
Yeah, I can't manage studying at school level. I should probably start buying more study hours and maybe focus more on the classes. This way, I'll make my way out of school.
You definitely should.
Yeah, but what about you?
I was thinking that maybe I should start doing social media now and increase my study hours. This because there's no way I'm passing this year with my parents' stats. Good luck on your journey though.
Not for you too. And actually, how was the experience with the revolution?
Actually, it was kind of scary. Felt as if you're going into the unknown. But thankfully, the revolution actually succeeded and they finally came through.
Yeah, it was only coming up for me so.
It definitely is. But sadly, two of our friends have actually fled the country.
Actually, probably.
Ali and Maria, aren't you there?
No, I didn't know.
Yeah, it was really sad that they fled the country.
Been shocked too.
I was shocked too when I heard. And I've been meaning to ask your opinion. How do you think this evolution will affect our senior year?
Personally, I think it will be frustrating because the university is currently under significant pressure due to this workload, and actually it's a little bit lost in decisions. And I've actually heard that we are thinking of changing our curriculum, which will make our year much harder.
Oh, really? That will definitely be a problem for us because it will be so much different from what we are expecting next year.
That is what I was thinking about. But I see that it will be harder for the university students.
I think that would be harder to study for them because of the change that you just mentioned. But I think finding job opportunities would be much easier after graduation. Because as you know, the country is in big need for reconstruction.
Yeah, you have a point. I actually agree with you. Because senior students will now have the opportunity to have proper education and actually be a part of this future. But actually, do you think it will be that easy?
Actually, yes, I do. Because there will be so many big projects that will employ most graduates from all specialties. And what I also think is next is that this will let them contribute more in the community.
Yeah, obviously, it will make it using university students much easier to the community and the workforce. And by the way, about contributing to the community, how do you think us students, the school students can contribute to our community? Do you have any idea?
That's a good question. Actually, let me think about it.
Yeah, take your time and think about it too.
Oh, actually something came up. Do you remember that big sale we had back in 9th grade?
Yeah, I actually do, about these yummy sandwiches I did.
How could you forget about those yummy sandwiches of yours? They were so good.
Yeah, I put them off the too.
And I was just thinking that maybe we can go back to having one, a big sale, so we can collect money and distribute jackets and blankets to those in need.
Yeah, that would be a really good idea. It's not from you.
Thank you, Amy.
This way we will ensure everything to have more while actually people having really good sandwiches.
Yes, but you must know the sandwiches part is definitely my favorite.
It's everyone's favorite bite.
It sure is, man.
Yeah, and I also have an idea. Maybe we can split duty between classes to do like road checkups and filling potholes. This way we can reduce some responsibility from the new government.
That's a great idea actually. How about we start planning for it immediately?
Sure we can. How about we start from getting the acceptance from the administration?
From the school ministry, you mean? Yes, definitely. I'll be responsible for this part. And I also think that we should probably divide work in different groups into different neighborhoods. This way, we can accomplish as much as possible in no time.
Yeah, perfect. And be sure to announce it to all the classes.
Okay, sounds like a plan then. I'll do my part.
Yeah, but let's see if the rest of the meeting back from the school.
Okay, definitely.
Yeah. And by the way, Ayhan, do you know that this will not only give the community and help it will give us much more than what we are giving?
I don't really understand. How's the community giving us back?
Actually, let me explain. First of all, we are getting organizations and as we are working as a team, we will improve our teamwork like really good. And finally, as we are working this volunteer all alone, we will do much more.
Oh, that definitely makes sense. Now I understand. I also think that that contributing more to the community will help us even raise our feeling of responsibility towards our country.
Yeah, it will be a liquid idea and it will be fun.
Yes, it sure will be.
Yeah, but we only talked about our side and the shy students. Let's focus more on the majority of Syrians that have their homes either gone, looted, and the ones that actually living in camps and shelters.
You have a great point, actually, Eddie. I was just about to open up this conversation.
Do you think that they now have the proper opportunity to have education?
Yes, they do, in my opinion, because of two different factors. One of them being organizations and local philanthropy that are working on rebuilding schools. Secondly, digital learning, because as we know, electricity and internet services are becoming way more available.
Yeah, I actually agree with you, especially that students are now motivated themselves. I think there's a dark side for this, because not all students have this opportunity we're talking about, especially the ones living in rural areas where they don't have enough paid staff, nor they have global or local pay for the schools. And let's not forget, there are many students who have lost like many years of education, so there's gonna be a really big gap in the system.
I can definitely relate to what you're saying, but how do you think the new government will be able to manage making the educational system equally programmed for all different classes?
Well, I actually think that there are many ways and the program the government can adopt, such as maybe accelerated learning programs that ensure creating fast track classes for those students who have lost 20 years, so they can catch up with their age. And I actually think that they can do a flexible rules policy where a student who has lost like 5 years of education can get tested and put in a class that matches his level and not go back to third grade.
Wow, Eddie, it seems like you really digged into this. I think the government can also do extra classes and make summer school programs at low cost and with a really good trained staff.
Yeah, that can also work. We should recommend it to the government fund. It starts to rely on education.
We'll definitely have to. How about we discuss this project further on in our next episode?
Okay, so don't leave that. We will for sure continue our plan and maybe discuss how of our achievements regarding to the last project we did.
Yes, we sure will.
Yeah, that's it. Thank you.